It's the end of an era.
All that spare change I used to get.
Sorry I spilled Bud Light on you.
I wrote a song. Sorry. Here we go.
The crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
The Jeff Fisher Show, brought to you by Bud Light, Buffalo Wild Wings, Super Park, and Dobbs Tire and Auto.
Welcome to the Jeff Fisher Show on a Victory Monday. How you doing out here? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I hear things.
I heard some things.
I heard things. Good things about the Rams yesterday. Another great turnout. Jeff Fisher will be joining us in the second segment, as he always does right now. A big welcome for tight end Jared Cook, giving up his Monday night.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you doing, man?
Good. Doing well.
You sense the excitement? The last two games, you guys have really convinced some fans you've turned the corner here.
Yeah, we've definitely come along big, and as a team and offensively, we're definitely proving a lot of people wrong, and we got our heads down, and we're gonna keep grinding this thing out.
Well, not to get too far ahead, did you always know this was inside that locker room, what you guys are doing right now?
Absolutely, and we've been saying this since the beginning of the season that we have a lot of talent on this offense, and we had a lot of struggles early, and we kept saying it in the media. I know a lot of people probably didn't believe us, but now is the opportunity where you guys can actually see that we have guys in the right position and doing great things, especially with guys like Tavon, and we got Kellen back there, and now is the time that we are proving everything we've been saying this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, you got help from the defense again, a touchdown yesterday. In Indy, you got a defensive and a special team score, but 80 points in 2 games. It's been a long time in these parts, and that doesn't happen very often in the NFL, averaging 40 points in back-to-back weeks. Jeff Fisher went back recommitting to the run after that San Francisco loss when you guys were 1-3. That seemed to make all the difference in the world because everything is clicking now. A lot of people looked at him like he was crazy at the point. We need to run the ball more? Yeah, you guys need to run the ball.
It definitely, the run game helps the pass game and vice versa. So in those first few games where we were struggling to get the run game going, once we got Zach back there comfortable and then Benny coming in for him, it's been kind of nonstop train. And because we can run the ball 30 times a game, but against teams like Dallas where we were trying to drop back and pass the ball 30 to 40 times a game, it wasn't working because the O-line can't handle that. But now that we have that run game going and we're moving the ball downfield, and it's just hard-nosed football, and that does nothing but open up the pass game for us, which is what it's been doing.
Fair to say it was a search for an identity, and you found it, and you're running with it? Ground-based attack, play action?
I think you hit the nail on the head. It was just that lull in our offense that we didn't have. But now that we got the run game going, we got Zach going, and he's been doing a heck of a job kind of carrying this team.
Well, besides your voice, another thing I'm jealous of with you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Barry White over here,
let
right?
Let us borrow those pipes just for one game.
Look at all the ladies.
One 3-hour Sunday afternoon broadcast.
Oh, man.
The other thing is you never get too high, never get too low, even keel. Good game, subpar game, it's always the same Jared Cook. Where'd that come from?
Just playing, man. Playing football, it teaches you patience because you have these long seasons, especially like in college and getting into the league. You learn that it's a long season and it's a roller coaster season. And no matter how good or how bad you play, you always have to show up on Wednesday on practice, ready to go, and you have to show up the next Sunday or Thursday, whatever the next game is. So you have to keep a level head because you never know what could happen in this league. Like last night, y'all saw they were down by 24 points, the Patriots, and they just came back and they stayed steady, stayed with it, and came back and won. You never know what's going to happen in this league.
That steady demeanor, though, describes your head coach, too. I mean, you guys take your cue from him, and you've known him well. You haven't played for anybody really besides him.
Absolutely. Head coaches, their attitudes often trickle down to the players. If they're panicky, if they're struggling to find what we're going to do next, then that's kind of how your players are going to do. So we tap into his direction, and he leads us well.
You caught 4 for 80 yesterday, had a touchdown. Kellen Clemens been going to you in the red. he's throwing some bullets to you in the end zone. When he decides he's going to Jared Cook, man, he fits it in a tight window. That thing's got some steam on it.
He's not throwing it to you. He's throwing it at you. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has an arm on it. It gets a little bit faster to you than Sam's ball does, but you're absolutely right. He puts that thing on the dime and he puts it on the rope. My
favorite though is when you're running the seam and he dumps that over. He threw a great pass. I mean, to you, to me, you're such a weapon in that. No linebacker is going to keep up with you, especially if they're in cover 2. And then he fits it in there for you. And the other thing I liked yesterday is you guys overcame penalties, okay? A couple of times you had a 19, a 20-yarder wiped out. You come right back with another 20 and 30-yarder. I don't know if 4 or 5 or 6 weeks ago you do that, but now you guys seem to just turn the page, say we'll get it back.
Well, I think 4 or 5 or 6 weeks ago we were the ones that were getting all the penalties and getting like 8 penalties a game, and you can't win in this league if you do that. So we've definitely toned it down in that area. That seam route was money.
Yeah, it was.
All week, all they ran was cover 3. So it was kind of an option route between the basic and the seam. So we were expecting them to give me cover 3, middle of the field close, and I run the basic, but they gave us that cover 2 look, and that's what we were hoping for.
Were you like, thank you or stupid? Either one works.
As soon as I came out of my break and I saw the safety drop into the numbers, I already knew where it was going, and I knew it was money. I was like, oh, this is game over. And that was an important drive for us to make, just for us, finishing off the game, but as well for kind of our pride. They drove down the field and kind of took something from us, and we knew we had something to go out and prove, and we finished it off on that drive.
Man. You did.